G'day, race fans, and welcome back to Coal Hills Raceway and the Dodge City Hot Wheels Smackdown, where 32 racers face off to win the Coal Cup. Illustrious, dark, black, and dirty. Yep, that's our crew, that's our cup, and that's what we're racing for. We want to thank these sponsors for bringing amazing prizes. And here is our Group 7 racers. Marmy McFly is driving the Creature, a 70 Roadrunner, nice-looking steed. Mr. Fletch from the Ambleside Amblers is driving the F-Bomb. What does that mean? Lackey Stewart, the Greenwood Bomber, drives a Batmobile. He is all the way from Nova Scotia. And finally, Hardcore Henrietta, driving Artsy Fartsy. Not only a driver, but also a sponsor for Burritos and Tacos Extraordinaire. Our Group 7 competitors are at the starting line at the top of Dodge. Henrietta has the pole, Marmy next to her, and Marmy comes out to a nice lead. There's destruction behind, but Marmy gets sideways and hit by Henrietta, allowing Lackey to pass and take the win. Marmy comes in for second. What happened there? Marmy had such a nice commanding lead. Something happened back there to Mr. Fletch. Oh dear, Mr. Fletch was sideways, captures the edge of the track, allowing Lackey to get underneath and spins him to the side. That is some fantastic flying there, Mr. Fletch. Hope you're okay. And then Henrietta rams Marmy, stopping Henrietta, but allowing Marmy to continue and take second place after, Lackey Stewart driving the Greenwood Bomber. So looking at the scoreboard, we have Lackey taking the lead with 5 points, followed by Marmy with 3. And Hardcore Henrietta and Mr. Fletch tied at 0. We're back at the starting line in front of the Waverley Hotel with Marmy in the pole position and Mr. Fletch next to her. And they're off, neck and neck all the way down to corner 1. They're still battling and trading paint, but Marmy gets sideways and Fletch gets ahead. No, now it's Lackey who gets ahead. Oh, it looks like Henrietta got stopped again, and there's Henrietta. How did that happen? Oh dear. Well, these things happen. What happened there? Well, Mr. Fletch is off to a good start there. Marmy got sideways. Let's see what happened. Not much. Just got sideways and slowed down. And then Lackey's Batmobile goes in for an inside pass with a light touch on Mr. Fletch, sending him sideways and then blocking Henrietta. Oh no, Henrietta comes to a stop, but look who comes to the rescue. It's payback time. Yeah, last time Marnie got hit and was able to finish. This time it is Henrietta that gets hit by Marnie and returns the favor. So after 2 laps, Lackey Stewart leads with 10 points. Marnie McFly and Hardcore Henrietta tied with 3 apiece, and Mr. Fletch bringing up the rear with 0. Come on, Mr. Fletch, you can do it. Well, he does have the pole position, so that's darn good. Next to the Batmobile, who's already doing terribly well. But Mr. Fletch capitalizes on his position and stays ahead of Lackey and is able to race to the front, to the lead, to the finish line alone, leaving carnage, destruction behind him. Oh, Mr. Fletch, what destruction you have wrought. Well done. All right, let's take a look what happened there. Well, there's the first one down is Marnie. Marnie is coming around corner 2 there and gets a nudge from Henrietta. What a nudge. Sending Marnie on her roof all the way down. Mr. Fletch carries on down towards the finish line, but behind him, Henrietta hits the wall, and I don't know what happened to those two. They tangled, they came to a stop, leaving Mr. Fletch to take the finish. And the sole person to gain points, leading him now to second place. Halfway to Lackey Stewart's 10 points. The other 2 are battling it out for the tie for 3rd and 4th. All right, it's the Batmobile. Lackey Stewart in the pole position with Henrietta next to him, and Lackey is out ahead again. That Batmobile is on fire. Now backwards, a little unstable. Henrietta right on his tail nose. Oh no, look at that barrel. And something else? Let's just look at the barrel. It's less complicated. Yeah, see? Nothing happened. It's all good. Camera guy Carl is hanging in there, not getting hit by flying Oops. Somebody's inspecting a tire with his head. That's not going well. All right, replay. Well, there is the Batmobile backwards and a little less stable in that position, allowing, well, first of all, Marnie gets sideways. That's the end of her. But yeah, that Batmobile sideways and backwards is not so good. Mr. Fletch is trying to make it. Yep, he does make it. And that's, should we focus on the barrel or the, barrel. Let's focus on the barrel. Nothing, you don't want to see the barrel. You want to see what happened here? Fine, you're all animals. I mean, that's awful. Let's just look at that slower, faster. No, one more time, slower. Yes. The gymnastic abilities of an iguana. Yes, our work people are always doing the best job. And look at how the Batmobile comes in and squishes our worker's head. Nice going, lackey. You have no compassion. And with 15 points, who needs it? Look at that. Mr. Fletch has come through to take second place. And unfortunately, that means Marmee and Henrietta are going home. Thank you so much for playing with us. This was so much fun. And thank you all participants for donating to our local food bank. It is much appreciated. Moving on to Group 8, we have our first driver, Ladybird, driving Kia Kaha. Maori meaning stay strong. Next, Josie driving the Stinging Nettle for the Speedy 5 race team. Their motto, I will prevail in my mission to sting the competition. Next up, Nadja in the KI Fire Spear. These monopostos are fast. And finally, G-Force Georgia and Rocket Fueled Ruby driving Fire Flash, a modified heavyweight. Here we are back at the start line for Group 8 Lap 1. Ladybird has the pole with Josie next to her. And in fact, this entire field is made up with female racers. All right, Kia Kaha, the Stinger, is out ahead. It's a Kia Stinger with Nadja in the black monoposto right on Ladybird's tail. That's some nice driving there. What happened to the other two, though? Let's take a look. Well, there's Josie. They came in, they stopped, and we don't know why. Same with G-Force Georgia and Ruby. They are stalled too. Let's find out what happened here. Well, Ladybird takes the lead, bounces and crunches. So does Nadja. There's some bouncing, crunching on both parts. And yeah, well, there's the Alpine come to a stop. Oh, wow, these things happen. And here they come to a stop here. Josie spun the Porsche and ordered nachos from BiblioTaco? I don't know. And here is our Tesla technician waiting to work on another Tesla. Yeah, that's what's going on. All right, so Ladybird takes the lead with 5, Nadja 3, and Ruby, Georgia, Josie all looking to put points on the board. All right, lap 2. We're at the start, waiting for Frank to throw down his hands as only he can do, and he does. We are flying down Dunsmuir Avenue. Josie's off to a nice lead, passed by the monoposto. Nadja has a considerable lead, bouncing, crunching, turning backwards to make sure she's not being followed, and she is. It's Ladybird, overseeing our maintenance crews. Josie spun out on corner 3, and looks like the Alpine, driven by Ruby and Georgia, is stuck on corner 3 too. Let's see what happened. Nadja takes a great lead. Behind, however, Josie gets sideways and slows down. Everyone gets slowed down a little bit. Though not Nadja. Nadja is racing full of pith and vinegar. I don't think I want to drink that. Josie hits the wall, stops, and Nadja takes the win with a fine second place by the Stinger. And look at that fine wheel spin action, and not a single worker down. See, this place is safe. Come work with us. You'll be safe, mostly. Ladybird and Nadja are now tied with 8 points after 2 laps, and G-Force Georgia and Josie still waiting to put some points on the board. You can do it! Okay, back up top for lap 3, and yes, they are off. Nadja in the pole position leaps out ahead and spins. Oh no. Ah dear. Passed by Kia Kaha, the Ladybird, who brings in her victory backwards. And nobody else is there. There's Nadja spun out on corner 3. And Josie, Georgia, and Ruby spun out on corner 2. Let's take a look what happened there. Well, you can see Nadja was spinning but still continuing for a bit. But behind, Josie and the Alpine got tangled up. Meanwhile, Ladybird screened by Nadja in a very nice pass. But unfortunately, Nadja is not able to come around corner 3, and Lady Bird is able to stay strong by being the sole person to gain points. Lap 3 goes to her, and she leads now with 13 points. Nadja with 8, GeForce Georgia and Rocket Fuel Ruby with 2, and Josie looking to get on the board. Come on, racers! All right, we're at the start of the lap 4, and Kia Kaha is out to a nice lead again. This is a stock car, but goes faster than some of the modified cars. And Lady Bird takes another victory, followed by Nadja and Josie. Right on. And unfortunately, Ruby and Georgia did not make it. All right, let's see what happened this time. Lady Bird flying strong and free. By the way, that's a New Zealand term for ladybug, just so you know. And the 3 cars behind, trailing behind Lady Bird. And in corner 3, that's where we see Georgia and Ruby come to a stop. Ah, that is disappointing. Sometimes this track is just tough on some cars. So we watch the victory and the 2nd and 3rd place come through, and look at our board. We now have Lady Bird in 1st, Nadja as 2nd. They move on to round 2. Ruby, Georgia, Josie, thank you so much for joining us today. That was so much fun. We loved having you folks on the track. And a big shout out and congratulations to our winners today. And thank you so much, Waverley Hotel, Little Village Store, Cumberland Brewing Company, Riders Pizza, BiblioTaco, and the Cumberland Culture and Art Society for providing prizes and support. Look at these awesome cars. 32, they have been now reduced to 16. Yep, we are moving on to round 2. Stand by. This town is going to ignite. It's already a little rough around the edges, but I assure you it is a classy town, Dodge. We are proud of what we do here. Pour on the coal, it's race time.